Last day of the dev server and we got a new update, a new AA system, an AESA radar added to the game and some other things. So let's take a look on the major things that were changed. The things that I found it, right? Because there are probably a lot of things that are just hidden and I couldn't find it because honestly it's a 2 point something gigabyte update and I'm not really finding anything else than the things that I'm showing to you guys. So if anything extra start to happen and appear and everything, I will be showing. Okay, so we're gonna start with the OSA. Now the OSA is folded with the Flak Panzer. If I'm not mistaken, it wasn't, and now it is called the OSA AK. The funny part is that it is the same as the AKM, although in real life I think it was the AKM that used the M3 variant of the 9M33, right? So this version would use the M2 version. So it's kind of funny that it's just a modernized missile, but it's the different name. So I don't know, maybe they didn't use the M version, right? But yeah, it is at 10.3, same thing, it's just folded there, okay? And now we have a new OSA, guys, the 9A33BM2. An exported model of the AKM basically right now for the UK as an Indian vehicle. So very interesting. Actually, the UK needed probably the most of all the nations that got an OSA, which is kind of funny. I gotta say, this skin is kind of weird in my opinion. This green is radioactive appears. But yeah, very weird skin. It's like a Russian skin with some radioactive paint on it or something like that. It's kind of really different, but yeah, it's pretty much the same as the normal AKM version, and the model is still not really ready, but we're gonna test it out because there are some things that I want to show about the OSAs in the test drive over here. So first thing, you can see that the camera is now positioned in a better place, right? It is basically a little bit more away from what it was, so now you can properly see the target. If you do this, the zoom, right, it doesn't go inside the tank, which was something that was kind of annoying. So they are basically fixing the vehicle. For the Indian version over here, it is pretty much the same good old OSA that we already know and love. It has the radar, it has the very good missiles. I think the range on them is kind of low for these missiles, but still it is pretty good. It can do a lot of damage. Explosions are improved as well. You do need a little bit of time to actually make this missile work, but it is working better than what it was yesterday. Why? When you fire the missile, now it has basically the proper angle. So they fixed the angle of launch, which makes you be able to guide these missiles from a shorter range and be effective, right? So it has basically a less, like a minimum range that is more usable. And you notice how the fly model of it changed as well. We're gonna have to wait for the data mines to actually show these, but see how quick I can just turn the missile and get a hit. But you can see that the missile is like moving around a little bit and it's trying to know where you are shooting at. So it is pretty cool, and the model is getting fixed, although there are some things missing, like even when you have the missiles loaded, basically what happens is that the missiles are not appearing there. So that's one little thing that they need to fix, right? But still, it is pretty good, and the missiles are now working very, very well. And yeah, this is the new AA system for the British, which is pretty amazing, I gotta say. It really, really, really will help the British AA to have this. Like, you have no idea how much. I mean, all the nations that are receiving this thing, right? So let's keep going. 2 new things were added to the F-117. I forgot to mention that yesterday they added a drag chute that I'm gonna show to you, but today, I don't know if it was yesterday or today, but still, I didn't show to you guys the damage. I missed the little thing there, but the damage model, oh my god, I'm missing everything. Yeah, see, the damage model of the F-117 is much better. I don't think it's fully completed yet, but it's much, much better than what it was. It was just, like, kind of weird before, you know, like, the aircraft just didn't die. you know, like you would die, but at the same time the damage model would remain like a solid vehicle. So the damage model is much better. I still believe that they need to fix it in some areas. I still believe the solid block of the main fuselage is kind of too strong, but yeah, it is getting fixed and better. And if you land the vehicle, where is it? Yeah, the drag chute is here, which is pretty cool. So it was added yesterday, but I forgot to show to you guys. So yeah, you can see the engines there, right? Very, very interesting. The snow got a little bit better, but it's still a little bit bugged. It's way too much snow. So yeah. The Su-34 has two new bombs. We have the UPOB. Let me change to go here. The UPOB 500 and the COB 500 LG. So we do have a new version of the COB 500L, you know, so a modernized variant of this bomb, and then a new bomb, a GPS guided bomb, UPOB 500, right? We had the 1500 version out of this, which is the big one over here, right? But now we have a smaller one, which is pretty cool, and you can take a lot of them. In all of these pods, you can take either of these bombs, and then some big ones over here. So let's test them out, but just before, just check it out. Compared to the older Cobs, I think there are minor differences, maybe less drag, better guidance systems, but to be honest, it is pretty similar. And the UPOB 500B, it is pretty much the same as the UPOB 1500 guided by GPS, with less, you know, weight in the warhead, right? These are one of the most efficient bombs in TNT equivalent to weight. You know, it's really, really efficient. So let's test them out a little bit. So here we are. I didn't notice anything else that is different in this aircraft. AESA, everything feels the same, but yeah, the GPUs are here, so you can of course drop them directly there, and of course enable laser, and there you go. They are guided, of course, by laser, and they are very, very good in the range and everything. I think they have a little bit less drag, and they are a little bit more efficient. And then we have obviously the UPOB, which is a GPS guided bomb. You just need to kind of aim where the bomb needs to be dropped. Of course, I need speed over here, but we can just drop it, and it will guide itself for the target that I dropped, even if I turned the laser off. Of course, it's not guided by laser. And yeah, it's a very, very interesting bomb. Just a normal Russian JDAM that is 1,000 pounds. It would be similar to it, like 500 kilos, right? So very, very cool to have both these new bombs for the Su-34. The model of the smoke is kind of weird. Look, they didn't fix that. It was perfect in the first day, but then they changed something that it was just weird. I don't know if it's the driver or whatever or something else, but yeah. So let's keep it going. So now the ICV is now with its full model, I am pretty sure. So it wasn't really ready yesterday. It was almost ready, but now it's properly ready. The tires are turning, as you see. The vehicle itself is properly implemented, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that's very good. We do not have a commander sight with this thing, but you do have the ability to do this, of course. But yeah, very cool aircraft vehicle. Not very different from the RCV that we had in the game, and it was leaked last patch, not in this patch. It was leaked, and it's getting added by the same leakers, by the way, that they were leaking this. So yeah, this is the prototype of the ICV, so very cool. And now the first AESA Raider of the game is here, guys, and it doesn't feel like an AESA, to be honest. It just feels like a normal pulse-doppler Raider. I mean, I don't know if I got accustomed with the Su-34 Raider, but that's a very slow scanning Raider, right? But yeah, guys, the Mi-8, the new one, the AMTSHVN, I think that's it, got finally its AESA Raider. So yeah, I don't know if it's properly implemented. It has many, many modes. It's one of the most advanced Raiders we have in helicopters in the game. Of course, the helicopter itself is not that advanced because it's just an Mi-8, but you can see right there we have pulse stopper HDN to have an incredible range if you want to. Of course, it's HDN, so it's not gonna detect that target that is moving away. But we do have what? We have a pulse doppler velocity, which is pretty good. You can lock it up then with the aiming reticle. I don't know if it's actually locking with the radar. I don't think so. I don't know if it's ready, if I don't have the buttons correct, but it is the same. So yeah, as you see, you can detect targets very easily with that. We do have our beloved air-to-ground, of course. We do have an air-to-ground mode that can detect all targets that are stationary. So this is pretty good, as you see right there. The radar screen has kind of a darkish color, which is pretty weird to detect it. But yeah, see? We are detecting all of them right there. Let me do this to help it be faster. So yeah, see, we are detecting all the targets right there. I'm gonna break my aircraft. But yeah, you can lock them up and then the camera will go to them. But of course, we do have our beloved GMTI as well, which is for moving targets. I don't think they are moving on the actual ground over here, so I won't be able to detect them. But oh, there they are. Actually, there they are. They're moving, but they're not moving. Should be detecting these things. So yeah, but basically when it's fully implemented, it will detect moving targets, and this version, this air-to-ground, will probably detect just normal mode. So we have plenty of modes here. Very, very cool. Is it a proper AESA? It doesn't feel like one. It feels too slow to be an AESA radar, but technically it is the first AESA in the game. So let's see if they implement it in a different way, or this is it, or whatever is gonna be. The Mi-8 will be the first one, if I'm not mistaken, right now. You can even see the antenna over here, right? These, of course, these radars, they are not hybrids. The Russians love to use, for example, hybrids in fixed wing aircraft, right? So you will see, for example, in the Su-34, in aircraft like that, they uses PESAs and AESAs to use some form of hybrid system of being able to electronically steer the radar and also mechanically steer the radar, so that you can actually have 90 degrees of detection to the sides, which is pretty good. Here, unfortunately, is the same, okay? Same engine. The F-15E didn't receive the new engine, okay? So don't you worry. I just wanted to show to you guys this. Everything is the same over here, okay? But the A-10C now has the ability of using the GBU-39. So now you can use these glide bombs with the A-10, which is pretty interesting. Actually, it's pretty good. So helps the A-10 be a little bit more effective. One of the things as well was this new player card kind of scheme over here, so that you can actually see stuff, right? So yeah, you can change everything. I wonder what is going to, you know, appear here, but yeah, you have the stats. Jesus Christ, don't even look at this. Oh my god. Service record, of course. You can, like, the most amount of deaths, the most amount of kills, ground kills, everything. You can just look around. The medals, of course. So basically the profile pictures are, or the profile basically player card is all here in a different way and way better. You can choose the camouflages just like before. You can preview them, the decals. I don't remember if the decals were here, so yeah, but they are here right now. So very, very cool, I think, this little change. Just wonder what is going to actually happen appear here. But yeah, there is a new ship as well, the Francesco Caracciolo. A new is it a battleship? I think it's a battleship, isn't it? Yeah, it's a battleship. For the Italians over here, so another new vehicle that I completely missed, but Xabi, as always, with his data mines, always help us find everything that is being added. So here it is. Don't know much about World War II ships, so yeah, you only have one ammunition over here, so I cannot show to you guys the other one. But yeah, SAPBC, 281 millimeters, very good penetration. Then we have the choice in the 152. I think this is the only ammunition that he has right now. But yeah, APHE. But yeah, new ship. The drag parameters of the F-15I and F-15E got changed, but I don't think it changed too much. You know, the aircraft is still pretty amazing, especially the I, obviously, with the new engine. So yeah, it got changed a little bit, but I don't think it like completely nerfs or buffs the aircraft, right? They increased the drag until not the linearity of the drag has been changed, right? So you might see in certain speeds that these aircraft will be slower or faster depending on how you compare them to before, okay? The F-20 now can go up to Mach 2 in the max speed without breaking its wings, so yeah, it's a little bit faster. I don't know if this aircraft can actually do that, but still, it is faster. They actually increased the range yesterday of the radar of the Su-34, so I forgot to mention. In high PIF, it can do 140 kilometers, and in medium PIF, 120 kilometers, showing the true strength of the PESA radar over here. Very good radar. Well, yeah, guys, basically this is it. There are many other changes that I will test for you guys. The F-117 apparently stealth got changed a little bit, so I'm gonna test that after this video. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if I missed anything that was added yesterday, but mainly in today's update, okay? Subscribe always helps. Leave a like, leave a comment, always helps immensely. So thank you guys, and yeah, see ya.